What's going on, guys? I appreciate those of you that were hanging out waiting on the stream to start. Those of you stopping by catching the replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications when we do these live chats. You can take part right along with us. So we have Maison Daba's newest release right here called Rebirth. Love the color of the label. Didn't read the notes. Don't want to know. But according to them, this is their best fragrance to date. This is per the brand. They're telling me this is their... So we'll see, because Silent Night holds a lot of weight. Silent Night was great. It was one of my favorite niche releases of last year. Everybody I've had smell it in those blind smelling rates when I met up with people. Loved it. So it's going to be hard to beat, I got to say. Tall task. Big shoes to fill. And their original, they actually sent along their first release, their debut into the fragrance market, Sovereign, which is a very wearable, fresh oud fragrance, citruses, florals, things like that. Beautiful fragrance, it really is. We're doing a giveaway together over on Instagram. So if you want to enter, see this Instagram name right there? Go check out the post. Subscribe before you leave here, though, because that's one of the things you got to do is subscribe to this channel. But we'll be giving that away. It's going to stay open till March 31st. So anybody wants to check that out, I will put it in a community post later. But we'll wait till around the 10-minute or so mark, and we'll bust this open and check it out together. As far as what I'm wearing, H24 Herbe Vives, beautiful fresh green. I'm so in love with this fragrance. It's the most simplistic fragrance I think I've gotten in a while, and it's so enjoyable. It is such an enjoyable fragrance. Fresh green, smells like, you know, the stem of flowers, like I've been telling all of you guys. I did a Scent of the Day Shorts video a little while ago saying the same thing. I'm always going to describe it the same. Metallic and then rose stems. Doesn't smell like rose. It smells like the stem of name that flower. It smells like the green stem. It sounds weird. I get it. But it's great. It's actually a great fragrance. I strongly encourage people checking this one out. So let's get caught up in the chat. Joel, always a pleasure, sir. Eating at Thai Express will not make it for this live. Unique luxury. I can't. Actinies. Sure I'm not saying that right. As always, hit that thumbs up button. We'll watch the rerun. How are you, sir? Jumanji, very irresistible, and Scent of the Evening's Gucci Envy. Kix Griffey's in the house. Jimmy Choo Urban Hero Gold Edition. Had to knock the dust off of it. Yeah, still Kix Griffey approved. As long as it's Kix Griffey approved. Thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate that. Kevin, good to see you. And enjoy the stream before the gym. Light Blue O Intense, one of the best aquatics ever, in my opinion. Such a great release. Giancarlo is wearing Le Beau Paradise Garden. Hope all is well, everyone. Terrence is wearing Nishane Hachibat. Great choice. Mancera Black Gold. Even better choice. Great choice. And Mr. M.A. Styles. Perry Ellis Aqua Extreme. I never tried the Extreme. Have the original. The original's solid. Ryan, good to see you. Scent of the day is Le Parfum Nothing. Walked out the house in a hurry. Felt naked all day. And people would say, Ryan, didn't know you was here. We didn't smell you. Did you learn your lesson? You're the cologne guy at work. They expect it from you, sir. Neil, good to see you. Let's see. Juan, wearing Kajal Ferris. Great choice. Evening, folks. Scent of the day, Norstad Quattro. But I can't stop spraying Eternal Coffee. My hand really loves both of these. The recommendation for both is very much appreciated. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Paris Corner's been doing some great work. Speaking of great work, Ocean Noir. I keep forgetting to put that one on the desk. I've been wanting to wear that one. It's been a long time since I wore it. That is a great dark blue fragrance. Dakota, good to see you. A hybrid grade 1 is a hybrid of Green Irish Tweed and Aventus. My main man, Dana Malik's in the house wearing Afnan's Tarathi Blue. Josh is in the house. How are you, sir? Talk heavy. Come on now. You know I'm going to do a little bit of me throughout. You know, we're not just going to get along talking about fragrances. It's still a live stream with me. Come on now. Luna Rosa Ocean, EDT. Compliments are rare, but this one always pulls one in. Not everybody gets compliments all the time. It's good to have that mentality. It's not to go in with it expecting them, but happy when it happens, you know. Lamar, oof, killing them. Switched up to Balance by Jack Henry. Minty Fresh giveaway. Okay, I was about to say, you messed up on the first one. Gotcha. Boz is in the house. Good to see you, sir. Wearing Black Rose. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Spicy Rose. Very, very spicy. Chanel Laurent Blanche ordered for the new Fragrance World Coffee Collection in the clone of 1 Million Golden Oud. Okay, cool. Let's see. Maison Wave, excellent choice. That's a good stuff. Bosnia, if you're a big fan of vanilla fragrances, Tom Ford Vanilla Sex, the best choice. I do want to get a 30 ml of that. I did smell it at Nordstrom several weeks ago when I was in Tampa. Are there better alternatives available on the market? Day, Born in Rome, Intense. It's the most vanilla fragrance I've ever smelled because it's got some vanilla molecule that was made for the fragrance. It's an exclusive molecule plus 2 other types of vanilla. It's 3 types of vanilla in total. If you like vanilla, it's an experience. It's expensive. And 30 ml, I'll never go through 30 ml, probably. But it was delicious as far as vanilla dominance gets. So I would encourage, if you haven't smelled that one, get out to a department store that carries it. Sephora, I don't know if they have it. That full-on Sephoras tend to have Tom Ford fragrances. Neiman's, Nordstrom, places like that. Macy's, I don't know if they carry Tom Ford or not, but department stores that carry it, go try it. It is phenomenal. Sitting back, just watching over the chat tonight. Out and about tonight, slap that like button. Good to see you, Bishop. Zoologist Dragonfly for Dan, not the man. Let's see. Chi-Hoo. All right, then. Dumont Nitro Red. Good to see you. Many sprays of Mugler come together. Well, it's good to see you, sir. Polo Blue Parfum. Terrence, what's going on, my guy? Wearing Men's Sincere, and I am here to acknowledge you. Perfect oud. Wonder if it's good. I would assume it's good. Let them know. Shout out to the membership. I won a few giveaways, and you can too. Yes, you have. He has won a few giveaways. I'm assuming that means you're renewed. I always assume when I see these in the chat that it's for the renewal because I know they like give you these highlighted comment options when you're members certain times. Acqua di Parma Colonia, timeless Italian citrus fragrance. Hachivat for Adolfo. Good to see. Pear Potion and Mango Punch, too feminine. I don't think they're too feminine. I wore Pear Potion last night after I showered, actually. It was a little bit. It's a little bit fresher and more zesty than Mango Punch. Even though I do like Mango Punch more as far as just fresh out the shower, I think Pear Potion is better for that. I wore this last night. Probably going to start wearing Mango Punch, which is right here, probably in the next few days. But since I already started wearing Pear Potion, I'll probably do a review on that one first, maybe in a few more days. Probably going to wear it again tonight. It's really good. Let's see. Vanilla Sex is fire. That's what I'm saying. It's beautiful. If you like vanilla, oh, so good. What's going on, my man? Hope everyone's having a blessed day. I can't complain, sir, and it's good to see you. I'm glad to hear you're having a good day. My main man, Sally's in the house. Everybody check out Sally Knows It All here on YouTube. Sounds like a Barry White song. Okay. Glan L'Homme Ideal EDP. Looking forward to the Parfum, as am I. I definitely want that. I don't think we can all win as much as you. I don't know. There was a stretch when Jared won like 3 months in a row. So you never know. Anna, good to see you. Reflection 45 for Sally. I actually made it to the bottom, so it was jumping when I was trying to catch up real quick. For the scent of it, Rose to Nowhere. Never tried that one. Artisan Pure from John Barbados. Great choice. Roy, good to see you, sir. Danger Parfum Cologne. You, sir, are by far, no offense to anyone, but you're one of the best smelling in the chat. Easily. Easily. Hidden Gem is Amaya Zuckroof. Is that how you say that? Weird name, but it's fire. Trying to figure out what it's a clone of. I don't know, sir. I've never heard of it. I don't think I've heard of it. It doesn't ring a bell. Rafe, good to see you, sir. Galan L'Homme Ideal EDT, which needs more love. All the flankers get all the love. That's for sure. Ooh, it is. Damn. See, I was trying to wait till tomorrow. It might sell out because I don't want to make an order today and tomorrow because I'm trying to get Strong With You tobacco tomorrow. And they are blasting advertising all over the place. I'm like, are y'all trying to make it impossible to get that damn fragrance? Good Lord. Because, yeah, I already got a cart full of stuff. I can't imagine that's going to not sell out today. I'd love to get it, but I'm planning on making an order tomorrow. If it's still in stock when they release the stock of Strong With You tobacco, I'll definitely get it. It was my second win in a row. Looking forward to trying the rest of the Authenticity lineup. Yes, sir. Come on, fam. Hit the thumbs up. Let them know, my man. I think it lasted about 28 minutes after last night's stream before that Mango Punch hit my basket, too. I love the fun ones. And that's what these are. These fruity fragrances that they released. They're fun, fresh, vibrant, casual fragrances. Great for, just brightening your day or a super hot day when you want some refreshment and you like fruity fragrances. They're really good. I got to say, Paris Corner does such good work these days. They really stepped it up so they didn't get left in the dust by your Lattafas, Fragrance World, and companies like that, More vanilla. Need to see the note breakdown for Vampirum by Lorenzo Pizzaglia. I laughed at how many types of vanilla is in that when I saw it. I was on M. Micallef's site last night and it stood free samples there, but when I tried to click it, nothing happened. LOL, do they real? I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe someone has some experience with that in the chat. I really don't know, boss. It's great. I think you should dive into the house. Yeah, I know it's Alberto Marias. Almost daily, it gets mentioned in this live chat. We got asked about it in Justin's live stream the other day, too. Feel like I haven't caught a live in a nice minute. Nice to catch this one. I'm glad you're here, Sally. Let's see. My first full wearing a Hachibat today. It's performing great off my skin, and the grapefruit and pineapple is chef's kiss. Get ready for all of that oak moss that's coming. Hope you like oak moss because it's a bomb of it when it dries down. That's what really separates it from Aventus. It's all about the oak moss. So it's time, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I didn't even busted out the paper. I love the color scheme to this fragrance. It's like a tealish, almost like ocean greenish blue kind of color. Knocked out a Diet Dr. Pepper bottle, apparently. Maison Daba Rebirth Parfum 100 milliliter. Let's see what it says. Indulge in an ethereal olfactive journey of all ingenuity. Why can't I pronounce this word? Ingenuity and perfumery artistry, an exotic essence unveiled. See, why make it so wordy? I know y'all are watching. Why make it so wordy? Let's check it out. I know that's got to be loud with the microphone. All right, here we go. Love the color scheme. I really do. Love the color scheme. All right, so it's a little bit to the side. Has a little note card right here, which we'll check out in a second. But color juice has like a yellowish, greenish hue. Let's look at this label. See what I'm talking about? I love the color scheme and everything of the label. It's almost like this sky with light smoke in the backdrop. It's not an oceanic fragrance as far as I know. It might be. I don't think it is, though. But I love the color scheme. They have gorgeous atomizers, too. And then we won't look at the card yet. I want to smell it first. So let's give it a spray. See what they're working with. Because they upgraded their atomizers and their caps. These caps are metal. Because Sovereign had which they changed the cap now, but had a plastic cap. And the atomizer was a spritz, whereas now they're pressurized. Ooh, rose. I wasn't spray the rose, right? Smell rose, spray the rose. Maybe I should make that a thing. Anytime it's a rose fragrance, I should always spray it on the rose. Well, this is rich, very aromatic, and like it's vibrant at the top, but it's not like a citrus bomb. And I think there's oud here too, but it's really, really, really fresh. This is unique. I give them that. Right off Jump Street, it doesn't remind me of anything. It's like a jammy rose and oud, but it's super fresh. Really, really like bright. A little powdery, very, very wearable, super wearable. Now, I don't find it challenging in the least, and it's clear as day, thick rose, and that same oud note. I believe it's the same oud oil that was used in Sovereign, because Silent Night didn't have oud in it. It had cedar, if I remember correctly. That was the wood cedar. Musk. And I don't smell citrus, but it's really bright. So it's got to be like something ozonic or like heavy aromatic notes. There might be some citrus, but it's not jumping out at me. But I'm trying to figure out what it could be that's making it so bright without citrus, without some aquatic notes or anything like that. This is absolutely a rose oud that you can wear in the heat. That's why I'm just so flabbergasted by this one, because it's typically not a combination you would want to hear or expect to hear is rose oud and heat. Normally that would just be a bad idea. At least here in the West, it's normally no-go for most people. What are these notes? Okay. Rebirth, top notes, saffron, lavender, aromatic. So it's got aromatic notes and lavender with saffron. Peony, black currant, and rose. Vanilla, amber, oud. That's an odd note breakdown. I haven't seen that combination together before. Saffron, lavender, aromatic. So this saffron is not coming across as leather. And it's not super spicy or metallic either. Like, I was not going to guess saffron. It's not like dominant saffron. The lavender and whatever this aromatic note blend is, that's what's really happening in the opening with a little bit of rose, and I do get the oud right away. Peony, black currant. Okay, a little tart, but nothing where it's real fruity. That's interesting. Maybe it'll come out more. All right. So they do have these nice little cards that come with each of their fragrances. They tell you a little bit of the story of the fragrance as well. I got to say, they are all about the little details. I got to give it to them because they have a little cutout for the cards to go in the box. They do a good job. This is one of those independent luxury brands that really, I stand behind because they do some good work. They really do. Now, the big question for me, is it better than Silent Night? I don't know. I was expecting one thing and got another here, but it's a pleasant surprise. Like, I was thinking based on the label that it might have been more of a summery fragrance, kind of oceanic, maybe tropical. It's neither of those things, but it is still kind of a summery fragrance. I totally didn't see that coming. Like this scent profile being summery. Let's pull up the website and see what all they have going on, because they do have samples. The link below automatically applies 10% off on bottles till the 31st because it's on pre-order right now. Let's go take a look. Oh, let's see what the advertisement is here on the main page, because I know it's about that. Evoke unique opulence. It's a nice little vignette. All the different pictures and everything. Okay. All right. So let's go to shop. So here's all their offerings. Sovereign 2 milliliter sample. They did tell me they will have samples available of Rebirth. So see, it's pre-order option $210 before the 10% off. 10% off would save you $21. But here's the story. Let's see what they're telling me here versus what I'm smelling. Introducing Rebirth by Maison Daba, a radiant fragrance. Yeah, radiant's a good word. Crafted to embody the essence of spring and summer season, a symphony of renewal, blossoming, and the vibrant resurgence of nature. At its core, Rebirth transcends gender, offering an olfactive masterpiece designed for those who seek the rejuvenating embrace of the blooming season. Crafted with meticulous attention to detail and a deep understanding of scent harmonies, Rebirth promises an aromatic journey that celebrates the beauty of transformation. Top notes: saffron, lavender, and aromatic. The journey begins with an exhilarating burst of saffron, a spice revered for its luxurious aroma, intertwined with the soothing essence of lavender. See, I don't get a bunch of saffron spice. Maybe a little, but I mean, like I said before, I would have never guessed saffron was in here. These top notes unfold like the first rays of the morning sun, awakening the senses with their vibrant and invigorating presence. Aromatic nuances dance delicately, reminiscent of freshly cut herbs, adding an intriguing layer of complexity to the composition. So it's probably things like sage that are part of this aromatic note blend, since they're saying herbs. Heart notes of peony, black currant, and rose. As Rebirth evolves, the heart notes emerge, echoing the vibrant colors and fragrances of a blossoming garden. Peony, with its delicate petals and intoxicating scent, takes center stage, complementing the juicy sweetness of black currant. The timeless allure of rose intertwines seamlessly, infusing the fragrance with a sense of romance and allure. Together, the heart notes evoke the lush beauty of springtime, capturing the essence of renewal and growth. Base notes of amber, vanilla, and oud. In the final act of this olfactive symphony, the base notes anchor the fragrance in the warm and embracing embrace. Embracing embrace. All right, then. Vanilla, with its creamy sweetness, envelops the senses in a comforting embrace, while amber adds a touch of richness and depth. Oud, with its exotic and mysterious aroma, lingers in the air like the whisper of an ancient wisdom. infusing the fragrance with a sense of intrigue and sophistication. Together, these base notes create a lasting impression, leaving a trail of elegance and allure in your wake. Rebirth is more than just a fragrance. It's a celebration of new beginnings and an endless possibilities of transformation. With its enchanting blend of notes, it invites you to embrace the beauty of the season and embark on a journey of renewal and rebirth. Experience the magic of rebirth and let it be your companion as you bloom and flourish in the radiant embrace of spring and summer. Well, all right then. 17 days and 6 hours till release. I got to say, it actually does work for the heat. It doesn't smell like it's overbearing and too much or might be all that cloying. They definitely nailed what they were looking for. I don't get loads of saffron, though. That's the thing that's kind of confusing and surprising to me about the note breakdown and the story here. It's getting a little softer, a little bit more powdery. It does have more of that floral tone coming in. I would say this is a unisex fragrance that does have the slightest of feminine lean because of the rose and peony. Like it said, peony takes center stage. That is what's going on here. It's starting to transition into the heart a bit more, and it is more of a flowery smell. It's not as much of the brightness of the aromatic notes as much as I'm getting a little musky tone. Obviously, I still have that oud wood smell, kind of grounding it. In the amber, it could be the saffron, it could be the amber, but there's a slight warmth kind of hovering underneath, but nothing that's like sticky resinous. So I don't know if it's this amber accord that they have, or is it just a slight warmth from the lingering spice in the background from the saffron? I'm not certain. It's hard to really tell. This works. This totally works because I thought something totally different with this label from what it actually smells like. I'm impressed. They're getting better. And I don't necessarily think it's better than Silent Night. Let's call it as good as Silent Night. Just on first impression, I'm not ready to anoint it better than Silent Night because Silent Night's very impressive. But it's definitely better than, I think it's better than Sovereign. And I'm kind of, summer and oud don't really go together to me. Not most cases. This is one of the rare cases where it kind of works. There's other fresher oud-based fragrances I have that work in the summertime, but they're so few and far between for what I've tried. This one falls into that. It's not heavy, dominant oud. It's not some crazy funk. It's slightly sweeter oud. Did a good job. This is worth a sample. Whenever they do release the samples, this is totally worth a sample. So the 10% discount ends in 17 days. Okay, there you go. So there's the Sovereign sample, but yeah, they don't have samples for the others yet. But they did say they were going to have samples, so I'm assuming once it's released, they'll have samples because it's not released yet. Oh, there's the lineup because I went just to see, and it's just the Sovereign sample. But that's their three offerings, newest to oldest, basically. Because this is the crown jewel right here, is Silent Night to me. But this runs a really close race with it. On first impression, again, I'm not ready to give it the #1 spot. I am willing to give it an 8.5 out of 10, though. I think it's great. It is great. Got to give it a full wearing. I got to give it its just due before I can say this is or is not better than Silent Night, because it's a different personality. It's a different seasonal appropriation here, because this is more of a warm weather fragrance, whereas Silent Night's more of a cooler weather fragrance. It's florals, it's spice, it's a lot of cedar wood and plum, whereas this is powdery, fresh and vibrant, a little spiced and warm, woodsy, very floral, and a little musky. Even though they don't list musk, it's like a clean musky tone hanging out in there that kind of goes along with these aromatic notes. I think they did a good job. I'm going to go with 8.5 out of 10. Let's get caught up in this chat because I know I'm very, very behind at this point. Oh, yeah, very behind. Kamal, welcome, sir. Let's see. Go there. Elite family members. Okay. Just wanted to check and see, just because I had to go to YouTube for it. But welcome, sir. I figured right on cue. Here comes the custom emojis. Doing well, Greg. Good to see you. Mike sounds great, by the way. So you do have to have it straight up and down. I read the book after. Some people said it in the chat that you have to have it straight up, and you do. And I don't have to have it right up on me. Like you can, let me pull this down. You can see it in the corner right here. There's the top of the mic. So I'm able to have it away because the video I recorded last night to this morning's video, that's how I did it. And the audio was good. I was good with that. Now, if I brought it in a little closer, it'd be like if I get right here and talk, it's even clearer, deeper, more bass to it and everything. But I don't want to have the mic all up in the frame. What is an AQ? I'm going to need you to let me know what AQ is. I'm not sure. Let's see. Everybody's telling Kyler hello. Oh, okay, here we go. I haven't smelled it in a very long time. It's been a very long time. I don't even recall if there's a powdery nuance or not. So I'm really not sure. I'm sorry I'm not helpful in that situation. It's been years since the last time I smelled that fragrance. 504 Lefty wearing Bleecker Street. Great choice. Paris Corner December Vanilla. I have that. I haven't opened it yet because I split it. So it was a package of 6 fragrances they sent. I split it into 3 and 3. So we're going to do like maybe Friday. We'll do the other 3, and that's one of them. So actually, let me not read any more of your comment because I don't want to know your thoughts because I haven't looked into it. Thierry Hermès de Parfum. I need to wear that. That's a good one. I need to wear it. This sounds interesting. It is pretty damn good, I got to say. It's so fresh. When you see those notes, it doesn't look like a fresh fragrance. Saffron, lavender, aromatic, peony, blackcurrant, rose, vanilla, amber, oud. That doesn't sound like a fresh, airy fragrance, but it is. I'm very surprised. The way they balance this, it's fresh. It will totally work daytime, summer, and spring, obviously. But daytime, summer, it totally will work. Good to see you, Noel. Wearing Signature Tobacco. Warmed up a lot, so I refreshed with Cedrat Boissé. Narcotic Flower, Leans Femme, but WTF, I really like it. Hey, as long as you like it, that's all that matters. Excellent choice. Mikey, what's going on, my man? Good to see you. Dior Homme Sport 2021, great. I mean, you can't go wrong with any of the 4 versions of Dior Homme Sport. They're all good. Good to see you. I hope you. How's your leg, by the way? Been a little while since I've asked. I would think you're pretty close to 100% by now. It's been a while since the accident. I've been meaning to ask you, how's the leg? Just sprayed Cobalt Elixir on my hand. I believe it's better than the original. See, I don't have any real experience with the original, but I wore the Elixir on Saturday, and it was quite nice. Strong with you, Amber. Great choice, Clinton. Just ordered Light Blue Forever and Chrome Extreme last week. Fragby said that there was an inventory issue, so they refunded me. Damn, sorry to hear that, man. From the CEO, Gary, at Fragrance Buy, and they've ordered a full presentation bottle. Going to let me buy it for a tester price. See, Fragrance Buy is good people, man. Fragrance Buy is some really, really good people. See, they were upset that they had to refund you money like that. So, like, let's try to take care of this guy in some form or fashion. Let's try to make him happy and still capture the sale. Win-win, right? Win for you, win for them. So I'm glad they did that. I like working with them. They're good people. That's why I've spent so much money with them. I spend so much. Yes, I have an affiliate link with them, but I spend so much money at Fragrance Buy. Jesus. I love dealing with them. I couldn't be happier to be affiliated with them. That's why 99% of my links for the fragrances that are in the video are them. If they don't have it, then I'll get an affiliate. I try to find a link, if I have another affiliate or something, or if it's eBay or FragranceNet, which I don't have anything with them, but I try to, see what I can find for you guys. But yeah, Fragrance Buy is my number one spot. It's where I recommend going to. Great company to deal with as far as collaboration and consumer. Your situation is a testimony to that. So shout out to Fragrance Buy. I'm buying some fragrances tomorrow. I got 10 fragrances in my cart right now. And apparently, if Vetiver Musk is still available tomorrow when Strong With You Tobacco drops. It'll be 12. I might have to drop a few off of there. I was getting some more bad boy flankers. There's some Latafas I'm grabbing, stuff like that. Yep, tomorrow. Just to make them say, come on now. What's up, Billy? What's up, Spence? Gucci Guilty Parfum. Great choice. No. And I'm not for that price. It's not 180 for 60 ml value to me. I'm going to wait a little while. I don't have to have it. Not right away. That's not one of those new releases I feel like I have to have right away. There's a lot of designer new releases. When they drop, I want to have them right away, but that ain't one of them. I'll wait. I'll wait till I can get it under 150. If I can get it 150 or less, I'll buy it, which still I think is too ridiculous, but we'll see. Bubble Bath in the replica line. How are you, sir? Barwa's Pure Navy. That is their version of Profondo from Cadlage. What's going on, my man? Better than the OG I sampled a while back. Michael Densmore does great work, my man. I have not. I have not tried it yet. I see a sample. Where? Are you talking about this? Because that's just for their original release. That's not for the new fragrance. That's for Sovereign. If that's what you're talking about, which I don't have to split screen up. If that's what you're talking about, is for Sovereign. That's the only sample option currently. That says Sovereign. And when you go, there's no option for a drop now. Because they did tell me they're going to have samples. So I would assume it's going to, because it's on pre-order right now. It's not, if you buy it, it's not getting shipped. It's a pre-order. So they told me that they will have samples. So I'm assuming it'll be when they release in 17 days. Ooh, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. That's really good. Jason, good to see you, my man. Mega Mare layered with Ganymede. Been sick today. Sorry to hear that, Roy. Found out doesn't make me more nauseous when I'm sick. So Blue de Chanel in danger. Is stomach sick proven? Well, hey, silver linings, right? Not at the moment, other than that tease we got from Alberto Marias about a new Aqua de Jo flanker that we're all assuming is Aqua de Jo Elixir. Count me in. Waiting on Profondo Parfum to come around. I want that. I'm going to buy that at full retail, which is going to be ridiculous. It's ridiculous like why Elixir is what I'm assuming. Way more than I want to spend, but I'm going to buy it. I want to smell it right away. What else? Oh, how is the finger tapping? Is it as loud as it was yesterday? Is it better? You guys let me know. Because it's a habit. I do it all the time. God, it smells so good. As far as what's been announced, nothing else at the moment. I'm hoping we get a Spice Bomb flanker. I think it'll be Spice Bomb Parfum. No matter what we get from Spice Bomb, I'm gonna get it. I always do. I buy them as soon as I can in the U.S. Every time. So whenever and whatever it ends up being, when we get a new Spice Bomb flanker, I'm buying it right away when it's available in the U.S. from Victor and Rolf. I always buy it from Victor and Rolf directly. I'm sure we'll get a 1 million flanker. Invictus Parfum, I still would like to grab. I need to grab that. I've been pretty much grabbing them as I want them. Like Ferragamo Red Leather, I bought from Ferragamo. The new Assad Zanzibar, I bought from Latafa. I didn't even bother to wait. Fragrance Buy, I got it, the next week for cheaper. And I didn't want to wait, so I bought it straight from Latafa. It was only $12 more. But yeah, I'm just as I see them and I can get them. If I want them enough, I get them. Is basically what's happened. Repping out the front squats and pinched the nerve on my left side. Damn. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That sounds terrible. Damn. Trying to visualize the form to pinch a nerve in your left side. Like around your hip, maybe? Lower back or hip? Let me know, Antonio. It got me curious. Hit that like button, guys. Yeah, I figured we wouldn't have a huge crowd. Very, very niche topic. Indie niche, luxury stuff. But, I figured, 100. Usually when you see 100, that's the core group. That's you guys that I fully expect to see at every live stream if you're available. You guys are always here. I appreciate you guys. Let's see. Spencer leg is about 98%. If I had to put a number on it. Been doing weighted squats for about 2 months now. Well, that's great to hear. That's what I was hoping to hear, Mikey. I'm glad you're doing better, man. For those of you who didn't hear the story, I'll leave it to Mikey to tell you, but that was wild. Got hit by a car walking off the concrete at a strip mall. Like, you know, a bunch of stores right there, like literally right in front of the parking spots. Got hit by a truck. What a dickhead driver, right? Like, you should not be flying through right there. Like, the stores are 15 feet away from where he got hit. Unreal. Freak accident that happened to Mikey. Good to see you, sir. Age 24 EDT. I am wearing Rebirth. In fact, speaking of age 24, mostly because I'm always getting within 72 hours. See, I never get nothing that quick from them. I've heard horror stories from others, yeah. I mean, I don't have nothing against them except, you know, when they take your money and it's actually not in stock and you got to wait like 2 weeks. I don't like that. It's happened to me more than once. So it kind of turned me off because I'm affiliated with them, just like damn near every other content creator. I have an affiliate link with them, but I really don't use the link anymore. I stopped because it was like, I'm not down with that. I don't like that they do that. So it's like, again, it's not all about making a dollar, guys. It's, I don't align with that. They usually have a good inventory, good prices, all that. I totally get why people love to shop there. I used to love to shop there, and I'm not saying I won't shop there in the future. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way because it happened more than once to me even, and I know it happens to others where I was like, nah, I don't align with that value. I don't like that. Luna Rosa Sport, they could give a shit less what I think, by the way, so more power to them. Damn. I would have bought it for that. I didn't know that. See, I don't just type in random stuff to search, damn it, because if it doesn't show up in new arrivals, I don't really know. Damn, I would have grabbed it for that. I wouldn't have hesitated. Damn it. Now I gotta click notify me. No, but I have CH Passion that you guys have been on me about. I have that in my cart. They have that in stock right now. Well, I don't do it in a recorded video. I only do it when we're live. But that's what I'm saying. Is it as bad as it was yesterday was really my question. Yeah, I'm super hyped for it too, Matthew. I'm so ready for that. That's got a chance of being one of the best releases of the year. I adore the Le Parfum too. It's my favorite. I got the EDP Intense is still right here from this morning's video. I've learned to really like that one. It grew on me a lot. That is the Boz. Yes, Boz Cobra is indeed the Boz. Ooh, vintage green. Great for the springtime. Great choice. That hurt just thinking about that. Yeah, the pinched nerve right in the lower back. Shit. Damn, man. I'm sorry to hear that. That's going to bother you for at least a few days. As badly as you're going to want to go train, stay out the gym. It ain't going to get better if you don't give it time. I know that sucks. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that, Antonio. There's a little like that can mess you up. Oh, you're talking about, okay, I got you. Maybe it was the breathing. I got you with Antonio. Okay, I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I remember when that happened. Yeah, that was crazy. That was a wild accident. No, hey, man, we talk about whatever here. It's all good. Can't wait to hear you talk. I can't wait to smell it. You guys know I love that line. It's one of my favorite lines. That's another one where they just can't do anything wrong. I'm buff, I'm the stuff, and the girls can't get enough. And some people will be like, look at his ego. No, that's what Buff Bagwell would say, for those of you that don't know. But that's hilarious. Buff Bagwell's WCW theme is part of it, because I have a wrestling themes playlist that some days I listen to. I have my Houston rap playlist. I have my main workout playlist that's public for everyone on my link tree. And then I have a wrestling themes playlist. And that's on there. I was playing the wrestling themes playlist today. And it was like the third song that came on. So that's hilarious that you say that. And Cuba calls me Buff Bagwell. That's where that comes from, guys. Ooh, Hollywood, Florida. Low Dissy Port on Patrick Queen to the Steelers. Yeah, the Ravens shouldn't have let him walk. They did get Derrick Henry, though. Oof. That's going to be a healthy Ravens is going to be scary if they stay healthy. Ozaro won, a great choice. That doesn't get any love. Arrow's Flame, the best in my opinion. Jason, good to see you, sir. Wearing L'immensité, great choice. No, it's not as bad as yesterday, but if you get a boom, problem solved. Sound in general is a lot better today. Okay, well, thank you, Roy. So, turns out I can't find my adapter, but the arm's right here. I went in and set it up, but it needs a bigger thread. I don't know what happened to the adapter, so I bought one on Amazon last night, and of course, the shipping costs as much as the adapter. So I paid $15 for a $7 adapter. It'll be here Thursday. Gotta love $7.45 for the piece and $6.99 for the shipping. Lovely. Who had especially a shirt on last season? Summer coming. What's your opinion if you tried? Hef Blue Dog. Oh, Hez Parfums. Haven't tried it. Yeah, there seems to be people getting a lot of joy from it. Shut up, Spencer. Laughed so hard when he called you Buff Bagwell. All good, man. All good. Yeah, Kuba's been calling me that for like 2 years now. Mary, good to see you. Finally got our baby cat. Such a good one. Such a good one. Coach Green's actually a solid release. Coach puts out some good fragrances. They're not special, but they're solid. Well, I mean, they're different positions, but I mean, it'd be great if they could have kept Patrick Queen as well. Ooh. For every day, the EDP. It's hard to beat. It really is. I have the EDT Intense, the EDP, and the Parfum. Parfum smells nothing like the other ones. Very powdery iris, suede, and spice. It's really good. It's just cool weather fragrance. Afternoon Swim. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. They do still have Roquan Smith. You're right. Back in the AWA. Jeez. Makes me crease. Mr. YSL himself. Hide his tuxedo and he'd Hulk out. Let's see. Yes, that AFC North is going to be tough. Indeed. I was happy to see Jameis Winston go today. Bye, Felicia. I literally put that in the ESPN post. Bye, Felicia, with a hand waving emoji. And in my group message with my friends, there's my cousin's like, man, I like Jameis. And all the rest of us are like, bye. All his antics. He has the talent to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I don't dislike Jameis Winston, the person. I dislike Jameis Winston, the player, because he's he'll make a remarkable play, then oh my God, what the hell was he thinking play? He's a 50. I mean, some of you heard me say this before. He's a true 50-50 ball kind of guy when he throws it. You don't know if it's going to be a ridiculous interception or a beautiful, like perfect on the money, in stride, perfect catch where only his receiver could catch it. You're going to get one or the other from Jameis Winston. And it's just too much of a headache. Not that Derek Carr is much better, but I don't like our quarterback situation at all. But I'm glad to see him go. He's too much of a headache. I didn't want him when he came from Tampa. I did not want him. I did not like him in Tampa. Ever since he said he was an all-time great quarterback because he threw 5,000 yards, the same season he threw 30 picks and broke the record for pick sixes. It's like, wow, he's a delusional fool. He's ignoring the really, really bad records he broke with his 5,000-yard passing season. So, anyways, that's enough about Jameis Winston. Y'all can have him, Browns. He can go brown it up with the Browns. You know, the Browns will be the Browns, beat the Browns, which they're better than us these days. But afternoon, good to see you. Ambassador Intense, great fragrance. Josh, good to see you, sir. For those of you who don't know, there's the owner of Copper Still Fragrances. His Watermelon Shine is phenomenal. Ooh. Juicy Rose. Well, if you want a very fresh rose, I would encourage you get a sample when this releases, because it's quite vibrant and fresh and musky and a little powdery. And the oud is not overdone here. It's not a heavily funked oud or anything like that. It's very smooth, very fresh, very smooth, very surprising. Dylan Blue for Nostalgia. I appreciate the $10 super chat. Thank you, sir. I have not smelled it yet. It's true. He's got the talent to be like one of the greats. He just makes bonehead decisions sometimes. He's like kind of like how Romo would throw games away sometimes, where it's like, what the hell are you doing? Josh Allen does it sometimes where it's like, what? Why did you throw that? He does those kind of throws. He's that kind of quarterback. And if you don't have a superstar team around him, which he did have a superstar team before he left Tampa. It was almost the same team Tom Brady took over. Very few pieces were different, and they won the Super Bowl. But they were a 500 team when they had him because he threw just as many touchdowns as he threw interceptions and broke the record for pick sixes. So I do not watch any of that. I had my eye on it. I saw they have it in stock. I was debating on grabbing it. You don't like how he eats dubs? Come on now. Eat a W. And he ran with it because it became a meme. He still does it. It's for life. When you're NWO, you're NWO for life. Blue World Order. There we go. I hate being a Jets fan so much. Hey, man, there's promise there. There's you never know. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to get hurt right away this year. I think you'll finally get a decent season with Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, he's extremely talented. That's exactly my point. He gets in his own way. He's extremely talented. The sad part about the bonehead decisions is his football IQ is very high. It's like he's too much of a headache. This was like, we don't need him. Bye. We don't need Derek Carr either. We don't need Taysom. We just need to learn how to draft quarterbacks. We need to draft a quarterback. Jesus, stop picking up free agents. We've been doing that for years. Even when we had Breeze, we'd draft these nobody quarterbacks Sean Payton couldn't develop. I'm going to be started on how bad we are with quarterbacks. Breeze was an anomaly. Know much about football, mostly because the Vikings suck. Well, the Vikings just lost the biggest piece of the puzzle besides Jordan Jefferson. Atlanta just got a lot better in my division. So the last team I want to see get better got better. Just watched the Champions League and the World Cup. All good, all fair. I'm surprised I'm hanging out at the bottom of the chat. That's rare. That's so rare. I'm strongly considering buying Raja Elysium Parfum Cologne, but I'm worried it will either be redundant or make my other fragrances redundant. I've got a Ventus, doesn't smell like that. Cologne doesn't smell like that. It bothers me when the internet talks about Elysium smelling like a Ventus because it doesn't. It's a metallic citrus fragrance. That is not what a Ventus smells like. I don't think they're redundant at all. I never have. I never understood, especially the Parfum Cologne, the blue bottle. Well, there's two blue bottles now, but the Parfum Cologne in particular is the freshest of the bunch. It's all about vetiver, black currant, and not the same kind of tartness of black currant, but it's more metallic than it is inky. There's no smoke and floor. You don't get florals and heavy musk and all that. I've never understood it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm crazy. Good to see you, Tyler. English Blazer by Primera Perfumes. Hope you're doing well, sir. Crazy Derrick Henry went to the Ravens. They're going to be scary good this season. That's who I'm rooting for to go to the Super Bowl because I can tell you right now my Saints aren't going to. I doubt we're going to get that good that fast. Of course, I'm going to be during the season. I'll be wearing my Saints gear. I'll be watching all my Saints games, rooting for my Saints. But come playoff time, that's when I get to turn into a Ravens fan. It's the old days again. It's before the Breeze era once again, where when playoff time rolls around, that's when I would be a Ravens fan. It's full circle. We're back to that, you know. Obviously, I hold out tons of hope for the Saints having the playoff run. Love the frequent streams. Have you smelled Bois Equi from the House of Vertus? I have not. I would love to explore the entire house because I'm a big fan of what I have tried from them. I have 3 fragrances from them. That, unfortunately, is not one of them. My local teams, Champions League and World Champions. Big up Prep Manchester City. Got that striking Viking. All I hear is Elysium's an improved Aventus clone. Don't go by that. Don't go by that. The best course of action would be get a sample, obviously. I don't know if you're willing to be patient and do that. Sounds like your itchy trigger finger to buy a bottle. If you value my opinion at all, just know that my opinion is that they are not the same. Maybe 30%. That's the extent of it. There's no fruity pineapple. There's no heavy apple note. Like I can defunk most of the pyramid for the note breakdown of Ventus from Elysium. Even though Elysium's loaded with notes, I can, it's I've never understood the heavy comparison. Faint comparison, sure. I get that. That's why I say like 30%, 40% if I want to be nice and generous. But clone, No. Now, I would say that's their Aventus, but it doesn't mean it smells like Aventus. Agreed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the best course of action, because it's all opinions. This is just my opinion. None of us are wrong. None of us are right. It's what we smell. It's what it smells like to us. So it comes down to getting that sample we were talking about a moment ago. That's the only way you'll know for sure is for you to smell it, if it's redundant for you. I agree with everybody that's saying this. Maison Alhambra Kismet, Moscow. Would you consider going to those fragrance beauty expos, check out what new fragrances coming out and seeing what the different houses are putting out? I wouldn't mind going to Exxon's. The timing is never good for me with Scent Explorer because it's always when I'm doing travel with around family in the holiday season. So I don't know if and when I'll ever go to Scent Explorer again. I went to the very first one in 2019, but Exxon's, it didn't really work out. The last 2 years I wanted to go. We'll see in the future. You know, we'll see. There's a few people I'd like to see. A couple of brand owners I'd like to go say hello to that I haven't seen in a while. One person I'd like to avoid because I don't like them. And I don't bite my tongue, especially in person. I can behave on the internet. I can't behave in person. I can't. I'll provoke you. I'm a giant asshole. And we'll leave it at that. See, I'm already saying too much because I don't want to start any shit with some. But yeah, there's somebody I just prefer not to see. It's best that I don't see them because I just don't like them. Not everybody's a good person, guys. But aside from things like that, there's always that possibility. So maybe. I always put the maybe on Exxon's every year because I never know how it's going to shake out when the time comes. It just didn't work out this year. And then who knows next year? Maybe. Between Aventus and Elysium. I never understood it either. Tomorrow. We're all going to be racing to get that tomorrow. My favorite is Sammy's interpretation, Sammy Andrus Blue Sapphire. It's kind of a twist. It's much more inky and fruity. It's a clone, more an inspiration of the Parfum, not the Parfum Cologne. Zion from Alexandria is really good too. Imperium from Fragrance World, I think, is really good. Trillium from Paris Corner is amazing, but it's super weak. So you got to know going into it. It's a great gym fragrance if you want Elysium for the gym. There's a lot of good ones out there, though. Why is my mouse jumping around? I'm trying to highlight Randy's comment. What's going on, Randy? I'm doing well. Wearing light blue EDT today. Timeless classic, in my opinion. Timeless. I highly value your opinion. It's why I'm a member, and I appreciate that, Roy. I just don't want you to blind buy it if you're skeptical. I strongly encourage getting the sample. Ravens are always good, but find a way to blow it. That's pretty confident. Not hating on Henry. He's Hall of Fame back, but their run game was top of the league last season, and they decided to drop back and pass 50 times. I'm not going to argue with you there. You got a very good point. Best dupe clone? You mean of just anything? Because that's how it reads, like just best period. As far as what I've deemed to be the most accurate is F Le Parfum, the Fragrance World's Y Le Parfum clone. They is like spot on. It's spot on. Against the Chiefs and lose. Yeah, that's fair. ESPN, like Ryan Clark and Marcus Spears and everything, were going on and on about he needs to go to Dallas. It actually made more sense for him to go to Dallas. Dallas should have did everything to get Derrick Henry. I agreed with everything they had to say. Like, yeah, that would change the culture of the team for sure. Get that super aggressive power back. Defy EDP. And honestly, it's a little off-putting me. Also grabbed your car intense, and I love it. Sorry to hear about Defy EDP, though. Ooh. As far as a citrus fragrance, summertime, that's like a 9 out of 10 kind of summer fragrance right there, man. It's one of the best citrus dominant fragrances I've ever smelled. Kara, good to see you. City fan 30 years from the lower leagues, the world champions. I appreciate the highs because I'm sure experienced the tears of the lows. I haven't really looked into it. So not yes and not no. I haven't really looked into it. Yeah, I know. We're all going to be racing to try to get it. Excited about it. I need some stuff for spring and summer. It's really good. It's really good. It does. Look, it's going to be overhyped because it's not like the greatest fragrance to come out ever, but it is a really good release. It is. I mean, every word in my review. It is a good release. 8.5 out of 10 is what I rated. It's good stuff. Performs great on me, too. Just say who it is. Nah, I'm not going to do that. It's a content creator. You know, just some people use and abuse and are leeches and have agendas and ulterior motives when you befriend them. And it's just what it is, man. It's sad. It's sad. I mean, the person, no ill will, wish them tons of success, but it's just best we never see each other because I have nothing good to say for how this person behaved off camera with me. So I have nothing good to say. So that's what it comes down to. Best Elysium clones, Heaven Exact by Sensual. That is a really good one. That is a really good one from Sensual Obsessions. I wouldn't mind going. It's just the time frame never shakes out. It never shakes out. Reviews you might like Italie d'Orange. No, I don't like Herman. I hate it. I have it. I can't stand it. I didn't even review it. I don't like it. I got it years ago. It smells like wet, damp earth to me. Maybe if I revisit it, I'd like it, but I don't like it, actually. It's funny that you bring that up. Yeah, I've had a bottle for years. It's just sitting up there with my other Italie d'Orange fragrances in the very back. I don't like it. They're both on sale. Paid $35 for both. Not too bad. Hell yeah. I was watching a pretty popular fragrance reviewer's video last night, and I got attacked because I said he's cringy in your videos, and I liked you better. I guess you were pretty right about having haters. That's kind of funny. I appreciate that, Kara, but yeah, it's sorry to hear that you got attacked. He's kind of cringy. Kind of cringy in his videos, I'm assuming. I liked you better. Maybe wasn't best to throw that out there, and because that does stir the pot when you say stuff like that. But I appreciate the compliment. I really do. It might be. I'm pretty amped up about it. No, me and Ashton are cool. No, we're cool. We talked about that a while back. I told you guys me and him are cool. It's been a long time now. It's been since fall, winter of last year. Yeah, fall. He broke the ice. He had reached out to congratulate me early before I got my play button. He broke the ice with that, which I was very impressed and surprised by. Yeah, we've had many conversations. I haven't talked to him in a little while, though, but yeah, we're cool. Me and Ashton are good. John, that's the person video I was watching when I got attacked. Who? Oh, Ashton? No, me and Ashton are cool. Dallas hasn't had an every down back since Zeke in his prime. Zeke in his prime was really, really good, too. Gerard's a great guy. I like Gerard. I was talking to Gerard. I talk to Gerard every other week or so. We'll do message a little bit on IG. Talked to him literally in the last like 2 or 3 days. Gerard's a great guy. Again, I don't have nothing. I mean, me and Ashton are cool. I don't have nothing against Dallas. It's all good. Hoping that my Chiefs can draft a good receiver. We definitely need it. Here's the person that's not a fan of Dallas. I truly have zero interest in any new fragrance at the moment, and coming from me, that's odd. Why do you suppose most perfume houses don't use atomizers like Sean John 3AM? I don't know. I wish they would. That's the GOAT. That's the best atomizer I've ever used. No, yeah, I know it wasn't the person. It's just people. It's people on the internet in general. That's what it is. They're probably members of the echo chamber or something like that. So that's all good. Saw a review on the new Guerlain EL Parfum. I was a little disappointed with the scent. If the reviewer is accurate, damn. I'm still going to be my own judge though. I'm pretty excited about that one. No, we're not doing that. See, I said too much because here you guys are asking and everything. Just know that not everybody's meant to be friends, as I'm sure every single person that sees this can relate to. Not every person is meant to be friends with one another. It's just what it is. Sometimes you learn the hard way. You let people in, you're friends with them. You're like, oh, that was a fucking mistake. They're shit. And you move on. Setup sounds really good. Sin of the day, Axum Intent, strong with you with a suede accord. Ooh, that sounds good. It sounds really good. The sad part is me saying that stuff's going to get blown way out of proportion. Everybody's like, who is it? It doesn't fucking matter. It really doesn't. Just know that if you ever see some shit at an event, you'd be like, oh, that's who he was talking about. That's the only way you guys would ever really know, I guess. Which that's not necessarily would be the case, you know. So it's just, it's not as serious as it sounds. I'm being funny about it, basically, is what it comes down to. It's nothing crazy. Like I said, I wish the person success in their future endeavors. Their future endeavors just will not include me. Ooh, most wanted EDT intense. I forgot about that. And it looks really generic with the 3 notes they give, but I bet it's still going to be pretty good. An Aqua di Gio elixir. Not overjoyed. See, I'm here for that. That's the one I'm most excited about. Well, I can't see that happening. I can't, you know how they say never say never? I'm confident in saying you would never see that lineup all together at Sin Explore. Never. The likelihood is very, very slim to be able to, for that to line up that way with availability and stuff. No, you're good. You're good, Kara. He switched his style up. Of course I'm not talking about Angel. Angel's my guy. Of course I'm not talking about Angel. Well, we'll be talking about it on Tuesday. On Tuesday, Mike's going to be on here. We'll be talking about it. What's going on, E? Wearing Amouage Reflection, man. Great choice. Yeah, like I said too much. I said too much anyways because people are going to twist it and turn it and run with it. And it's not that serious, guys. It's really not. My day 3 fragrance not came in today. Or did not. Mail's being delayed. Okay. On another note, Sin of the Day Camaro Homme Intense. My sinuses were messed up yesterday, but I smelled it good today, and it lasted all day. It's good to hear. I know you were looking for some waxy iris. That's a great fragrance, E. That's a great fragrance. See, he's not a fan of Dallas. He's made it very vocal on his channel. He's not a fan of Dallas. Randy's my replace. There you go. No. Y'all are good. Y'all are good. Don't worry about it. Not sure if it's a good or a bad thing. What do you think about Born in Roma fragrances? My favorite's Coral Fantasy. I wore Intense a few days ago in the evening. And like 2 weeks ago, I did it, or the week before or something like that. I wore it out the shower again. That's kind of what I've been wearing the Intense for, but Coral Fantasy. Magnifique. Spicy apple, a little earthy. It's not a heavy tobacco note. It has a little bit of an earthiness to it. It smells like Ambroxan as well. I like it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I said too much. And when I started to talk, I was like, should I bother? Because they're going to blow this out of proportion if I start dropping little nuggets like this. And I did it anyway. Good lineup right there. It's a good lineup. I still watch you. There you go. You have a show coming up June 1st. No, we talked about it. That was my mom got in her head. So that's what that was. My mom got in her head because my mom hates bodybuilding is what it comes down to. Sorry, my dad were divorced many, many years ago before he passed, you know. So that was a spite thing, and she got into my wife's head. That's all that was. Super thankful, which my mom's actually on board too. It's once she gets past the past, you know, basically is what it comes down to. Shout out to Mark. He hates almost all designer fragrances and popular niches and thinks too highly of himself. The Echo Chamber obviously loves him. Damn. All right. Shout outs to Mark. I like to watch Tazo the Reviewer, you, and Kirtley Fragrance. I watch a lot more, but y'all are my top 3. Well, I sure appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Kara. Being from New York City, haven't been amongst the first reviewers I watched. I miss Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Yes, rest in peace, Carlos. I miss Carlos, too. I say it every time he comes up. I miss my random inappropriate texts from Carlos. He would say the most outlandish shit to start our conversations. I used to love it. Very unique. Carlos was one of a kind. I haven't talked to George in about a week. The last thing, less than that, he had sent me some stuff about Brock Lesnar being back on the website for WWE. We usually talk wrestling. This is what we talk about most of the time. I like to ask his vids, but now it's like he's trying to sell me life insurance and doing 15 minutes of story time every video. I don't know. I haven't watched one of his videos in a little while, you know. And like I said, me and him are cool, though. We're good. Speaking of Dedrick, I used to live in Jacksonville. I like his content. He seems like a real chill guy. Dedrick is great. I love Dedrick. Yeah, y'all don't start doing all that. Come on now. The fragrance Illuminati is wild and full effect is Sin Explorer and Exxons. Let's see. Okay, so Strong With You tobacco. My next tobacco purchase was going to be Herod, but I might have to wait till I get my. See, I want it. I have a feeling it's got a chance of being the best in the line. Absolutely is most people's favorite. I think it's kind of between that and Intensely is what most people would say. I think it's got a shot at being the consensus number one. Just because it's Stronger With You plus tobacco. It just sounds good, doesn't it? Post 67 was supposed to launch today. Forgot all about that one. So for my favorites, Philosophia. It's good stuff. Not really, because it doesn't have a heavy tobacco like Ideal Extreme. And that plum really stands out to me. And the almond and everything. I mean, I could see the relation. I understand why you're asking, but faint. I get it, though. I get where you're coming from. True. That's fair. Carlos was a classy dude. I don't know if I would say that. Carlos was a ball of energy. That's the way I always like to describe him. He was a fun soul. He had his demons. He had his ways. He was inappropriate sometimes. But that's what I loved about Carlos. I don't know if I would say classy. I don't know if he would call himself that either. But may he rest in peace. Man, that one hurt. That one hurt when he passed. That hurt. You know, that sucked. He was great. I miss Carlos. Can't have a YouTube community and not have beefs. Horses for courses. None of us have identical taste and fragrances, so stands to reason certain folks won't float our boat too. That's fair. Some people just don't mesh. There's people that don't like me and they couldn't give you a real reason why. It's just what it is. That's what I'm saying. Don't read into it too much, guys. Doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. Because I always go back to that. There's people that hate my guts that never met me. Never had a conversation with me, but hate my guts. Weird, right? But that's just reality. It's human nature. See him, I don't like him. Fuck him. Why don't you like him? Random bullshit reason that doesn't make sense. That's what they'll give. Sometimes you look different than you used to. Cut a lot of weight, looking good. Keep up the work. Thank you, Kara. Yeah, I worked very hard on it. My first fragrance was Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger. That's the one. That is the one for me. Quick question. Would you consider having a new guest on stream for collaboration in the spirit of good actual community building sooner than later? Possibly. That's not a conversation I'd like to have publicly, though, if you're going to randomly throw some recommendation out, Jared. Just in case I'm not interested, I would like to not say, no, I'm not interested here in a public forum. So maybe we could have that conversation off camera. Because I don't want people to say, oh, he doesn't like that person. It's probably going to be somebody I don't know. Knowing Jared, it's probably somebody I don't know that he would, I guess, like to give an opportunity on the platform, probably. Is that fair, Jared? Because Jared's a good-hearted dude. So we can have that talk. We can have that kind of message me. We'll talk about it. I don't even think it'll take 30 minutes. I think it's going to be minutes, a matter of minutes. We're up fourth in front of the YouTube Fragrance High Council. Yeah, that's exactly what it would be, sure. Strong With You plus tobacco. That's what I'm saying. It's got a chance to be the consensus number one. I don't layer, but I was thinking of throwing diptychs. Those coast on top of Paradise Garden and let that fig come out. It might work out. No. I have Gucci Guilty Elixir that Terrence sent me that I haven't touched yet either. I'm kind of gathering them together to do a live stream with them. I wouldn't mind having Mike and Ryan. I like Mike and Ryan. I haven't talked to them in a long time. Mine was Brute. A couple people with Brute. Yeah, I like Mike and Ryan. They're good dudes. Yes, sir. I was planning to talk after the show. Yeah, it's all good. We'll have that conversation. My first fragrance was Gravity. I haven't smelled that in a long time. Got it for Christmas when I was 11 or 12. CK Summer. I remember that vacation like it was yesterday. Let's see. Paragon is such a beautiful fragrance. No, I didn't even necessarily mean for you to be on here. I was saying I'm gathering some of these decants I've been getting, and I'm going to do a live stream with them, with the decants. I mean, you're welcome to join me if you want to. You're welcome to join me, Randy. But yeah, I'm kind of gathering them together for a few different, just random stuff, just to see, just to get them all together. I don't know if Demi would come on the channel. I just don't. I've met her years ago. She probably doesn't even remember it, but I don't know. I can't imagine her saying, sure, let's do a live stream, you know? Not against it, but I just can't imagine, you know? From the realm, my dad told my girlfriend it had pheromones and it attracts the women. Then he nudged her and said, of any age, super creep. Tried mixing fragrances instead of layering. 1 ml of Leighton and 1 ml of Haltane. It worked well, but didn't smell like either. Does mixing up mess the scent? Yeah, because you're changing them chemically from how they were intended. That's quite different versus just spraying different sprays. You're not kind of blending them together the same, whereas you're creating a sillage that's blended, but you're not blending the actual oils together. Does that make sense? That's molecularly changing them when you put them together. And I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. There's a right way and a wrong way to do it, I'm sure. The right way would be trained perfumers doing it, but I mean, I'm sure it didn't smell bad. It's not a bad thing. It just changes the fragrances, basically. So like 3 a.m. and put them on the designer bottles. There you go. First fragrance I ever bought was Youp, which at the time blew my mind. And then I got Burberry Touch. That's a good one. That's timeless, too. A gift from my dad. First bought for myself was Coty Raw Vanilla. Nice name drop. That's like unlocking a memory right there that I would have never thought of ever again. Ewan Zaharoff having a stand in Milan. That would be fun. Especially when Jeremy arrived in his current version to Zaharoff's stand. George may show one day in Exance. He's just not currently. He's got too much other shit going on. He was there. George was in Milan for Exance. But as far as him having a setup and everything, maybe one day he'll do it. But currently he has no plans. Another one that I think is timeless. Didn't smell bad at all, just surprisingly different. Dang, super late. Sunday business over pleasure for my birthday. Happy birthday, Kaylin. I didn't know today was your birthday, man. Happy birthday. Posh Aussie scent until I heard Demi. Okay. I wondered if it would mess up the fragrances if you mix them in a decant. I layer sometimes, but I don't much anymore. It feels wrong for some reason. I don't really layer. Now, if I happen to be testing something plus whatever I'm wearing, that's technically layering. It's not intentional. It's not like I'm going out in the world to do that. It's normally when I'm home, when I'm just doing some random testing, 2 or 3 different things on my arm. Attending a wedding is what he meant. Any fragrance suggestions? Depends on what you have. Throw out what you're debating on, and I'll tell you what I would do. Because I don't want to throw something out and you'd be like, oh, I need to go buy that. You know, let me know what you're debating on, and I'll tell you what I would do. And you can take it at face value. Javon Musk. Aspen. One of the greats when it comes to cheapies. Got me into the addiction was Prada Alone. That's good stuff. Planning on blasting my left arm. Any tips for tattoo care? Aquaphor. Antibacterial soap, a little bit of alcohol, and then Aquaphor. Not all the time either. You just got to do the alcohol like once. Usually it's not too long, like an hour or so after the tattoo. Clean it with hot water and antibacterial soap. Pat that dry. Then pat it with some alcohol, some rubbing alcohol. It's going to burn. Kill all that bacteria. Get all that shit off. Let that dry for a little bit. Let it chill, 20 minutes or something like that, and then come with a layer of Aquaphor all over that bad boy, which I got to clean it in a little while. I have nothing on it right now. I'm going to Aquaphor it before bed. It's not scabbing or anything like that. It's not dry. So it's all good, which this one's completely healed. All of this stuff's completely healed. That's why I'm spraying fragrances on the rose and stuff. Speaking of rose, the rose is coming out more in this. A little bit of vanilla. Man, this is good. They got a hit right here. They got a hit. I'm going to have to give it a full wearing before I can say yay or nay. Better than Silent Night, though. Yes, sir. I hope you're having a good birthday. Probably Bishop. That's tough, though, but I think I'd say Bishop. Juice. God, I haven't seen that movie in forever. Boys in the Hood, though. My first fragrance was John Barbados Original. I don't know. I haven't smelled the original in a while. I have a bottle. I haven't sprayed it forever. A Weeding. Nice. There you go. Your skin melts. There you go. I know you've been asked a lot. Let me see that new ink. Okay. So I got the NWO logo on my hand because when you're NWO, it's for life. And then this is a tropical sunset, technically. So let me try to angle my arms where you can see it. The water, the sunrise. So when I go back in 2 weeks, that's all my skin's just tore up. That's why it's red for shading. This is going to be yellow and orange sunburst. We're going to do color there. And then I'm decided I'm not going to color the flowers. At least where I stand right now, I'm not going to. Right here so you can see everything. But some tropical flowers and vines on the sides. Got some 2 birds up here. It's a tropical sunset, basically. Almost a full half sleeve. I got this little bit of skin in between. But I don't plan on doing anything right here. I like the way it looks just like this. S-Boy by Draco. Because it's too expensive for what it is. They'll never, if they release any more fragrances, they'll never send them to me. Because every time it comes up, I've talked about how it's overpriced. It smells good. It's just too expensive. That's an $80 fragrance. They want $230 for before any discounts. I've met Sebastian. He's super technical too. Sebastian's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to perfume. I've met Sebastian back in 2019. I haven't done anything with him. I'll definitely be open to it. My rib cage. Oof. Yeah, I don't want to do the rib cage. On my back didn't hurt at all. Yeah, the rib cage, around the nipple, under the bicep. I'm not interested in any of those. I'm not interested. These hands suck. I love the hand tattoos, but my God, talk about hurt. And then by the bone right here on the wrist, that shit hurts. But the worst pain ever for a tattoo was this petal. This was worse than all of this. And this got done twice because the red fell out a little bit and some of the line right here fell out just right there. So he redid the lines and he reshaded everything. I was dying. It had just healed and I went through that misery again. Hands suck. Like fingers got to be terrible. I'm not tattooing my fingers. That's got to be awful. If hands suck that bad, fingers got to be even worse because there's no meat on my fingers. It's skin and bones and some tendons. Little bit of muscle tissue. That's, yeah, hell no. I'm pass on the finger tattoos. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming. Never found anything I wanted permanently on my skin until I saw Luke Cormier sticker tats. Now I really want 80s cartoon sticker sleeve. There you go. Pretty happy with myself having cut my fragrance collection down to 38. It's been a while since it was below 50. When I was over 60, I just couldn't use them all. Felt bad about that. I mean, to each their own. To each their own for sure. Yeah, Juice is iconic. That's true too. It would be Raja Parfums Solar Blue. The only fragrance I've ever given a 10 out of 10. What about the Bo Jacksons? That's Kansas City Royal colorway too. The SC Trainer High. What about them? Actually looks great. I like the vines too. Pretty cool. Thank you. Yeah, it's very tropical. Everything's telling a story on me. Everything's got meaning. Literally every single tattoo. All the way around. The wrist tattoo. Got the two up here. That dude Jizzle over here. They all tell a story. Moments in time. Obviously, the tropical stuff, you should be able to figure out what that moment in time is. I'm living it currently. I mean, I'm hoping to get a bottle. We got about 10 more minutes and we'll shut it down. We don't have much of a crowd. We got about 80 people hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Hey, she's cool. I wouldn't do it if she was against it. You know, if she was strongly against it, I wouldn't do that. You know, I wouldn't do anything to just piss her off and be like, I don't care what you think. I'm doing it anyway. That's not how relationships work. No, she's all for it. She actually quite likes the tattoos. She wants me to do, like we've been talking about going, you know, coming up around these tattoos, coming up the trap and shoulder and down into the chest on this side. That might be what I do next. Because I don't know if I'm going to do anything right here or not. I might leave this bare, or I might do something that ties into the other side of the chest. But probably the next thing I do is going to be this tie-in over here on the chest. Ooh, bondnumber9.com. Fruity Aventus, basically what it comes down to. It's way overpriced for what it is. 50% off and still overpriced. Good fragrance. He's pretty good too. I mean, Dallas is okay. I have nothing against him. Yeah, there you go. Calf muscle hurts like hell for a tattoo. See, I was debating on doing my leg because there's a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan tattoo. There's a stencil I have that I'd like to do. And most people do it on their arm. But I was debating on doing that on my leg. Like side of the calf, shin, which I'm sure it'll hurt like shit on the shin because it's on bone. I don't know. Maybe not. Because like part of me wants to do it on my leg. Part of me doesn't want to do anything on my legs. So I don't know. I'm going to hold off on that. That's just a thought that I've been tossing around. Not like it's got to be a hurry. Gentle Fluidity Silver, Naxos or Sphinx Elixir. Ooh, I think Sphinx Elixir would be impressive for that. I pulled the cap and smelled that one earlier. It's funny that you bring that up. I literally sniffed that fragrance today. I think that would be impressive. That's a sticker right there. Sphinx Elixir. That's what I would go with. I was saying those are dope. I remember those. Yeah. Hell yeah, they're dope. I love them. I got them for like $40 at Ross Dress for Less too. They're like $150 at Finish Line still. It's crazy. Random find at Ross Dress for Less. Those SC Trainer highs in the Kansas City Royal colorway. I was so ecstatic to come across those. Have a good night, Giancarlo. Joy Amin's great guy. The Niche Fragrance Collector. Okay. That's a name I never hear pop up. Of course, love watching Aaron Terrence Hughes. Different kind of reviews. Have you watched any of them? I've watched all of them. The Niche Fragrance Collector, Marcelo. I've had conversations with him. We've had video chats and stuff like that in the past. Marcelo's a good guy. Yeah, he's a really good guy. So we got 7 more minutes. Anybody else got anything? Yeah, 7 more minutes. We'll shut it down in an hour and a half. Yeah, hell yeah. What a steal indeed. I couldn't believe it. That's one of the videos on the other channel, one of the shoe hauls that I got from the rack stores. Yeah, Marcelo's a good dude. I haven't talked to him in a long time. Seems like he's doing pretty well from the posts I see randomly. Favorite Spider-Man? I'm not really that big of a Spider-Man guy. Not really. Like, I know they got 2099 and Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and all these different ones. Or do you mean the actors, the different actors? I'm not sure, because you could mean the different versions in the comic books. You could mean the different actors. You could mean the different video game ones. I don't know. I'm not really a Spider-Man guy, though. Most casual, but still professional. I appreciate that. Fragrance Apprentice, Mad Genius. Ashton, lately losing quality. Damn. I'm sorry to hear that with Ashton. Did you guys feel like that with Ashton? Have y'all told him that? That's how y'all feel? Give him a little feedback? Damn. It's kind of wild. Chris is kind of Georgia style. Mr. Smelly's okay. Rest is flop. Well, Dennis, I appreciate the vote of confidence. I'm glad that you like me. You know, I appreciate that. Ah, so not Tobey Maguire. What's his name? The last young white dude. I forgot his name. Messy hair. After Tobey Maguire. Him, I think, was the best as far as the character in the movies. Or at least was my favorite. I don't remember his damn name. I can't remember his damn name to save my life. Oh, I bet. Rotary tattoo guns are the best. They do way less trauma to your skin. Noted. Ooh, the last Jordan 1s I copped was that the Black and University Blue mids? I think that's the last ones I grabbed. And the dark gray low women's ones, Jordan 1s. That's the last two that I grabbed. Oh, damn. A little aggressive, but all right. Good night. Good to see you, my man. Symbiote suits Spidey, so the Venom version, basically. Tom Holland. That's his name. Him. Yes, him. No, it might be him. I don't know. Y'all know who I'm talking about. With the messy hair, younger cat, kind of awkward. Him. Is that Andrew Garfield? Yeah, so there you go. That's who. Between England, France, Italy, and the Middle East, what region makes the best fragrances in general? Ooh, I would have to, off the top of my head, I would say France. Probably France. Quality and originality, I'm going to go with France. French perfumery. Yep. I'm getting the new Deans when they drop on the 22nd. So I've been tossing around getting the 14 Flint Grays since they got announced. And then Nightwing put his video out today on Wear Test, and I was like, son of a bitch. As soon as I saw the thumbnail, I said, this is going to sell me. And it did. It sold me. So I'm still tossing around like, do I wait and see if they're going to go below retail, or are they actually going to get some hype because they are clean as all hell? They're a buttery suede, and then they're a hairy suede, the two different tones of gray. God, they look so good. It's like, man, I'm going to get those. But it's like, do I benefit from waiting, or do I do myself a disservice from waiting, and they end up being more? Because they're $245 in my size on GOAT right now. They're not released yet. Come out in a few days. But 14th, they come out on the 14th. They come out in 2 days. So I don't know. Because I don't even bother with Nike in the sneakers app. I don't even try. Muhammad, good to see you. Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo, the OG. Used to watch a lot of fragrance YouTubers, but I got a bit tired of panty dropper videos every week. That's fair. So Andrew's who I was talking about. And look, nothing against Toby. Toby was the first of the modern day Spider-Man actors. Yeah, I would have to say France for sure. Roger Dove for the win. There you go. So we got 1 more minute left. So I guess we'll go ahead and shut it down. Guys, I appreciate you coming and hang out with me. Whenever this launches, I would encourage you to get a sample and try it. If you want to pre-order it, the link does automatically provide 10% for the next 17 days, according to the website. It's not an affiliated link or anything. I don't make a commission on it. But they did send it my way, and I am pretty much impressed by it, I got to say. It does lean a tad feminine, so keep that in mind. This is one that I would encourage sampling. Unless you just know you're going to like this, then yeah, go for the pre-order if you really want to. But I would say it's definitely worth a sample, especially if you've tried Sovereign and or Silent Night and you're familiar with their work and you like their originality and their quality. Then I would strongly encourage checking this one out when the time comes. So make sure to like this stream before you guys head out of here. I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good one.